There we go. These shoes. Yeah. Right there. This is fun. I want to see how many like back-to-back hangouts we can do. I'm curious. Look, y'all see this mess? Y'all see this? Hold on. Y'all see this? Look at all this. That's what happens when it rains. Would water collect on a flat earth? Huh? Wouldn't water collect just like this? If the earth was round, the water would be running everywhere. It'd be going everywhere. You can't explain that. It's flat, baby. It's flat. I tell you, it's flat. Oops. Go for a walk. Oh man. Hold on. The floor's dirty. Okay. Let's fix this. Mrs. Drag messed up my settings. She's short. Jeez, dude, he's so. What's a nice word for retard? Mooncalf. Mooncalf's a nice word. Mooncalf. I've refrained from calling them stupid. Like, this is a while ago. I stopped calling them stupid. Yeah, I don't call Gman stupid anymore. I mean, I could, but yeah. He seems to not have noticed. But yeah, well, no, I'm about to go and sit out in the parking lot thing, driveway-ish thing, and go wait for my son. It's a little early, so I figure why not, because I want to see how many back and forth we can have before we go, fuck it, this is jumping to hang out. You didn't like my response. This is, why are you here? I'm like, well, I know. Like, why are you on here? For the lugs. Being facetious, but I told him years ago why I'm on YouTube. I've explained, partially entertainment. Well, he hears what he wants to hear, which is to the shock of literally no one. But I made this video because he named his video Dragnot, and I was like, okay, I'll just name mine Gman. Why not? Have a little bit of fun. Because when I'm not having fun at his expense, I'm not being serious. But then when I'm having fun at his expense, I'm being a mean bully and all this other shit. So this is what happens when you got to deal with like humorless people. You can't have fun with them. Let's see. Oh, that's right. So let me back here. I'm trying to fit this up underneath my steering wheel. Can you get on this gay thing? I have this thing about how if gays are not okay, black people are not okay. You gotta make an argument point you can understand. Well, look a pig. Look a pig. I understand your argument. You replace gay with any other demographic, and it's wrong. Like, let me tell you, most people understand that. That's not missed on anyone but the person you're talking to. So the issue here, and I've said this to other folks, I need a fucking mount or something for this goddamn thing. He doesn't understand analogies. Every time he says he understands analogies and you give him an analogy, he asks what does that have to do with the conversation. So that demonstrating he doesn't understand what an analogy is. You cannot, and I tell people this, and then I broke this rule my damn self, and I felt stupid. You cannot use analogies with him. You cannot. He does not understand them. He cannot understand what one thing is being analogous to another thing. Does not get that. So you, like I said, that's one of the handicaps that you have in a conversation, because having using analogies is one of the tools that, you know, most folks use to understand you know, kind of more complex or nuanced ideas. And that's just, no. Yeah, if you got that in your toolbox, take it out. If you want in on that conversation, then I'll forward your information to him. It's best to get in contact with him on Skype, honestly, and just talk to him on there. And it's what's his Skype name? It's a play on his name. It's like his name is actually pretty clever on yeah, more of Gary 1, and it's MOORE of Gary 1, no space. Yeah. So if you want to get in on that, and when he made this fucking declaration that he was having this hangout, which isn't a bad idea, by the way, but he didn't tell anybody the fucking time. Like, yes, Tyler, I'm doing back-to-back videos. I hope he makes a video after this and tell us the goddamn time. That'd be great. But I'm just like, why not? I'm out of school and I'm here playing, you know, house bitch. So I was like, why not? I'll make another video. I ain't doing nothing. My corporate ex-military propaganda handle is showing. Yeah, I used to have the metal one, the one with the metal teeth and the fist at the end of it. I used to have one of those back in the day, but they're actually really flimsy. That was back when I had my natural. Back when my natural was actually big and my hairline wasn't receding very fast. Out of all three of my cousins, I don't include the youngest one who went to prison. Out of all three of us, my hairline has retained itself the best. Like it has resisted the ever receding tide of hair loss. I am still in the running, so I am grateful for what's doing. As where's the fist at? Yeah, man, I don't have that one anymore because they would break. They would break. No, I'm not. I just so happened to pull that shirt out. I'm not playing Pokemon Go anymore. Motherfuckers kept camping the gym at the school anyway, so I was like, fuck them. So, yeah. Other ones, yeah, they really, like when you would comb out like the kitchen, like you get back there in the kitchen, it really, like you could pull like this and you wouldn't get it out. Like for these, they're flexible, you know, they're way better, especially back there in the hard to reach, tough areas. Honestly, this is just a bullshit hangout. Go watch the one with Arn. That one's more interesting. We actually had some very interesting conversation. Yeah, Psycho, you know I'm not lying about that, man. I remember trying to look cool for the girls when I was just getting into high school, trying to rock my pick back when I had my actual natural. Somebody has a picture of me way back in that day where I had shaved off, like it was down low, and then I had the kid haircut where he had that fucking Gumby going on up there. I had that for a while, but I realized that I have a Steve Harvey shaped head, and that doesn't go very well. Yeah, so Fiona, just go watch the other video. Arn explains why he removed the video, and that's part of my motivation for inviting him in and getting everything settled, so people understood what happened to the video. That dude is autistic. Like he if you go to his channel, it's 123 Species is his channel. He is actually autistic, and his condition is so apparent that it's not really worth having any discussion with him, because he can barely form coherent thoughts, which puts things into perspective, given, you know, who is being mentioned and entitled this video. But yeah, Yeah, the yeah, I don't know if anyone still has any pictures of me with my natural. So if I had it, I would I'd show it to people so folks could laugh. There is a picture of me that I do have on my 18th birthday, where I was technically homeless, and this was right after Hurricane Katrina, and I was obsessed with the anime Bleach, and I got almost a replica of Urahara Kisuke's hat, and so I would wear that around, and I look fucking dumb. I look absolutely fucking dumb, and I had a little money pinned to my shirt because that's what we do down here. So if someone remind me to show that picture sometime. Why did he remove it? So here's what happened. Arn was speaking to two different people. Okay, one was the autistic kid who is a Satanist Shinto combination, some weird whatever, something that he concocted, and he was talking to what he presumed to be a flat earther. So what happened is as he was responding to one, the other sends basically a confirmation that he wants to speak. Okay, Arn, thinking that the confirmation that he got was from the flat earther, invited the Satanist Shinto guy to the hangout. They found out a little bit before it started. He said, fuck it, we'll do it live, we'll just go with it. But Arn didn't really screen the guy to the point that he, because you really can't tell until about 5 minutes in, after they've already started, that there's something wrong with this kid, because he starts trying to lay out what he believes in, and it's some weird thing, some fixation he has with narcissism, that he's tied this into Satanism and Shinto, and it's so weird that this kid could not produce one coherent sentence because he was just rambling. It was worse than Nephilim Free. Like, it was really bad. And so it, like, Arn was perfectly like, he was fine. Like, there was nothing. Arn didn't flip out on him. Arn didn't call him a fucking idiot. It was nothing like that. But even so, the audience of about 200 plus people could tell that there's something really wrong with this kid. And it's apparent that any conversation that you would have with him would be in the form of a copy and pasting stuff from the Deepak Chopra meme generator, like quote generator, whatever that is. This kid was speaking that language, so there's no kind of headway that you were ever going to get with him, and it was just a bad look. So he said, "Fuck it, I'm taking this down, and we'll end it there." But what Arn was trying to do was to find an actual flat earther that was not a Poe, and that he is still on the hunt for that. We've given him some contacts. I put him in contact with Redline. Redline came in and explained some of their tactics and some of the people he's dealt with. Redline's going to do some more digging for Arn, and so they're going to be in communication with each other so they can find someone, because Arn is desperate to find someone who genuinely believes all of the nonsense that these people espouse on a regular basis. But that's kind of what Arn is figured, that most, if not all of them, are Poes. And from what I see, that I don't think all of them are Poes. I think some of them already have a conspiracy laden fucking mindset, and this is just another layer to their already existing bullshit. So I expressed my opinion on that, and so Arn's going to just continue the hunt. And I hope he finds somebody that's suitable, because I mean, if he wanted a headache that bad, I could have just rolled up to Dallas Fort Worth area and hit him over the head with a pipe. I mean, it would serve the same purpose. It'd be assault, but hey, why not? But everyone has to get their feet wet with talking to a flat earther. Like, you're not a great debater until you engage one of these idiots. So hey, it is what it is. I'm not mad at him. If Arcane's not a Poe. Arcane believes his bullshit. So trust me, he's not. He's just dumb. Like, there's nothing special about Arcane. Like, Arcane is consistent, though. You can't say that Arcane isn't at least consistent, because he believes in some funky shit. But it's all of it's really intuitive, really folksy. it's all things that jive with one another, and I can at least respect that aspect of his, whatever it is you want to call the stuff that he says, his drivel. Yeah, the birds farting across the sky, but it's intuitive. It's wrong, but it's intuitive. That's what you got to look at. And of course, his butt buddy there. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. No, it's not. What did I make this video about? Oh, Gman, that's right. What did Gman tell me? I need to get over myself. I can't get over myself. If you were this great, you couldn't get over yourself either. I mean, try being me for a day. I mean, really, try being this great and having to contain it within this little box here. It's hard to keep all of it in. So it's a struggle, man. Don't you understand? It's a struggle. It is a struggle to be like this. To be the one who wakes up in the morning and you piss excellence. You have to find a way to water it down somehow. Oh yeah, the Ark of the Covenant thing was being a power source. He stole that plot from X-Men. That was a plot device in X-Men on the animated series. If you don't believe me, go look it up. Dead serious. I better slow the fuck down. Y'all see that school bus? Don't make me jump out here. You know better. Come on, child. Come on. It's time to go. Got your own chauffeur service. Now look at that. You had fun at school? Good. Ugh. Yeah. Arcane said that years ago, but yeah, it was a plot device in X-Men. Because when he said it, I was like, I've heard that before. That can't be original. Yeah, it's from X-Men. Oops. Go ahead. Hmm? Alright, I gotta focus. Of course, folks know I'm fucking joking. Be this great. I am great in my own way. I can produce 10 farts within an hour. Don't back up now. Nope, you're already going through. You ain't supposed to be in here. That's why they've got, this is a gated community. Just to keep out the riffraff and whatnot. You don't have a clicker, you don't need to be in here. Hold on, folks. Activate the garage door. Ooh, look at the squirrel. See the squirrel? You got scared. Right from the car. Isn't Daddy great? Yeah. Yep, see? I'm great. Why is it locked? That's a good question.
It is still locked.
Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Okay. All right. Woo.
I want to see the elf this way.
You see the elf? I don't know what that elf is. Trying to think of how to go about self-aggrandizement some more. Got to figure out more things to say. Yep, that's the elf. Oh my goodness. Someone remind me some of the stuff he was saying. I was kind of paying attention, kind of not. I know how you feel, Drag. I was born to be big and gonna blow my brains out. Yeah, hey man, stuff happens. Sometimes you don't live up to your expectations, and that's what's kind of sad to me. Because Gman gets all upset about stuff. You get so mad. Why are you so mad? Mad at everything. As somebody who suffers from depression, I understand the value in laughter. Tell me you don't get back to tip-top shape. Well, I'll tell you why. One of the things I love to do more than eat is to procrastinate. And because of that, I said, fuck it. I'm gonna enjoy my fat ass. But on a serious note, yeah, the elf is flying. Yeah, sure it is.
Yeah, see how big outside and how big
So here's the secret. If you want to know the secret to weight loss, I'll tell you what the secret is. And it's something people don't realize. There. Okay. So the secret to weight loss is to fix the underlying problem. So if the underlying problem is not fixed, then you're gonna fail. So what ends up happening to people oftentimes when they try to go on track, they think that they can eat this straight okay. They think that they can just change what they eat for a week or two, and then they're just going to shed all this weight. No, you accumulated fat over the course of several weeks several months, if not years, and it's not going to happen overnight. Like, you have to make a lifestyle change. With lifestyle changes, that primarily includes you changing your mindset. If you are clinically depressed, you might want to fix that before you try to lose weight, because that's going to hinder you. I mean, you can't maintain a decent regimen, and I'm not talking about doing what I used to do, working out 3 times a day, and that doesn't mean that, you know, you can. I don't expect people to actually do what I did when I was in the service. I worked out literally 3 times a day, and I did intermittent fasting. I would only eat for an hour, 1 hour every 24 hours. That was not healthy, but I can tell you, I could have whooped every member of the CCP combined easily. It is incredibly hard to maintain that, and one of the things that I dread, and I tell other people this, is that don't think that you're just going to go and become some fucking superstar just because you lose weight. You end up having a fixation to a degree on the scale, especially if you're a bigger guy like me. You wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is check that scale, which you shouldn't do that, but it ended up becoming a habit, and I ended up gauging the rest of my day based on what that scale told me, because there are height and weight requirements in the Army, but I wanted to be at a certain level for tip-top performance, because mind you, every soldier is a potential weapon. You are as good as your body and your mind. So if your body and mind aren't in tip-top shape, you are not in the best conditions to be utilized as whatever it is that your function is. Even if you're a 32 alpha and you're just doing fucking paperwork, 42 alpha, excuse me, not 32. So that is something that you have to realize, that having a physical feat, or what you think is a physical feat, isn't really that impressive. And when you put things into perspective here, people don't realize a lot of the weird little idioms and stuff that we have, they exist for a reason. Think about how many times you've heard someone describe some task that they've done as climbing a mountain. How many of you in the chat have heard someone say, you know, this was like climbing a mountain, just casually? How many of you actually have heard that, right? I'll wait a few seconds for people to answer. But I'm pretty sure almost every one of you have heard that in some way, shape, or form, this climbing a mountain. And it's usually used, well now, just kind of as a metaphor for some tremendous task that just seems so daunting that it's almost insurmountable. Okay, for everyone that has actually heard someone say this, think about this. How many people do you know have actually climbed a mountain? I have. I have actually climbed a mountain. Mount Tifert in Mojave Desert. You can go look it up right now. I have climbed that mountain. There's a picture that I have still on Facebook on my Dragnet account where I am taking a picture from the top of that mountain down at the city. Okay? Climbing that mountain was not that physically taxing. It's really not. I didn't climb straight up. There's a path that goes up. There's a little bit of climbing involved, but there was an actual path up the mountain. Climbing that mountain was more of a mind fuck than anything else, because it has what it looks like is a peak, but you can't tell where that peak is once you're up there, because you think the tallest thing that you see is a peak, but you don't realize that what you're looking at is just one of the ridges. And so you then realize you have at least another hour of climbing to go, and that wears you down because you keep seeing this and this keeps happening. Mind you, the atmosphere up on a mountain is way different. You hear things that you don't normally hear, and it's almost as if the thing itself is speaking, and it's a strange, surreal experience. It's really hard to describe. But one of the things that I thought is, like, you know what, I'm on profile, and what profile means is that I had some chronic condition that was precluding me from doing certain activities, and fulfilling certain roles, you know, in my capacity as a soldier. I'm on profile, I'm injured, and technically not supposed to be doing this stuff. And so I'm just like, I'm screwed, I'm just going to give up. But I had somebody there helping me who was also on profile, who had been on profile for well over a few years, and he and I finally made it to we're the last ones. And I said, you know what, this is what accomplishment feels like. If I can climb this mountain, I can do anything, because just the mental fatigue that you'll incur is nothing really like that. There's nothing that you can compare to it. That is why people use climbing a mountain as their standard. That's why this thing exists, this saying. So when I hear people talk about the physical feats that they've accomplished, I always wonder if they understand that physical feats are very, very limited in scope, and they really don't tell you the measure of man. Because think of any type of war hero that you can think of. You can go with, well, what's a classic one? What's his name? Gunny. Shit. They have an award with his name for people who perform heroic feats. Damn it. Somebody in the chat, you know who I'm talking about. The award is named after the guy. Every service has an award like it. Damn it. Man, that's gonna bother me. I'm forgetting like all my military stuff. Is it Buddy or Chesty Puller? There we go. Thank you, Chesty Puller. Okay. You think about this stuff, and if you don't know who Chesty Puller is, go look him up. Any war hero. It's not the fact that they physically pulled 10 men from a fire. It's not the fact that, you know, they served alongside Gurkhas. And if you know anything about Gurkhas, you know how badass they are. It is the will and the determination. And so it's that thing. Okay, Gman just sent me a text. I saw your comment you made, and I saw your comment. You said you made the video for laughs. That's gonna bite you in the butt later. You'll something or other. Okay. Anyway. So what's this? Let's see this. Okay. Yeah, when y'all send me stuff, it goes off. I'm not sure what that picture's about necessarily. Okay. So basically the feats that I'm talking about are mental. Physical feats are nothing. Like, the physical aspect of it means very little. It is a mental aspect of it that people tend to forget. So Gman sending me some messages, and one of the last messages was, I need to find a purpose in life. I need to get some goals or something like that. Okay. So let me, and I told him I'm gonna actually address this. I'm gonna be very curt about how I address this. It's this is a phone hangout, man. I mean, if you're gonna do something, necessarily just go live after me, and I'll come in and hang out. But I can't invite anybody on here. Let me address what Gman is sending me now in text messages, because I think he has, again, a misunderstanding of me and what I'm saying, and maybe I'm not articulating myself in a way that he understands it. Okay, I have real goals in life. Okay, well, what do I mean by real goals? My goals don't include this box you see here. Okay? The box you see me in right now is not my life goal. It's nowhere close to any life goals that I have. Okay? So that is something that has to be placed in stone. Because when I say that I come here for amusement, I do mean that. But that's a part of why I'm here. Part of why I'm here is also for learning. Not going to watch you, just going to waste my time. Okay, so G-Man's not actually interested in listening to what I have to say. That's cool. Okay, so this is cute. He's upset now. This is cute. My goals have to do with adding to the body of research that is cancer. That's in some way, shape, or form helping others and possibly myself finding cures for certain cancers. That is a life goal. That is a long-term goal that I have. I have various short-term goals that lead up to that, but that's a goal. Being a YouTube superstar is not a goal for me. It never was. Being somewhat popular on YouTube, sure, you could say that's a side mission if you like video games. That's a short-term goal. Okay, cool. What does that actually mean? That means dick all, honestly. So my goals, my real life goals, my directions don't include YouTube. That doesn't mean that I won't make progress here. That doesn't mean that I can't learn stuff here. Not by no means. But like, that's something that that amazes me, that I guess, well, no, it should, because if you can't make strides in real life, then pretending to make strides on the internet is the next best thing. Drag, would you say that getting into the best shape of your life count as a life goal? Oh yeah, sure, by all means. Yeah, if that is a goal that you have, like, because I know a dude who, this dude weighed well over 340 pounds. I was joining the military, and so I was trying to lose weight, and so he was inspired. This is what he told me. I don't know what that picture is necessarily. It's some type of cake or something. I have no idea what that is. I can barely see it on my phone when I try to pull it up. I have no idea what that is. But it's people have lost weight to join the military, and that was a life goal, because this guy had never been under that weight since like middle school. It looked like a pretty good dessert, Nestle. That's pretty cool. But if that's what it was, it looked like some kind of cake with banana or something on it. But so if your goal is physical for your health, then by all means do it. But YouTube, I don't see how YouTube is a goal, unless you're like PewDiePie and you're really like putting in the work. Like, if you're legitimately transferring skills and sitting down and producing content with the goal of becoming the next PewDiePie, by all means. But you need fucking talent. You need a business plan. You need something other than getting on here yelling at people, unless that is the business plan and you're being successful. But it's like, hey, look kind of like a Teletubby with sticking out. I gotta get it straight on. There we go. But yeah, like, I don't like, if that is what someone wants to do, then I would look hard at their goals, because I can't hold everybody. Like I'm not going to say everybody should go for my goals. By no means, I'm not everybody, but people should try to make strides in their real life first. Like that's just me. If this is your last resort, then by all means, unless you have that talent. But yeah. Please. Okay, hold on. I'm going to go ahead and end this. Nestle, what are you talking about, man? What cake? That's a commercial I made a funny pic about, you know who. Do your first reaction live in a hangout. Okay, I'll probably do a hangout later, and we'll look at it, Nestle, because I think Mr. Man is a little upset right now. So let me go talk to him and see why he's upset. Yeah, that's, you can poke fun at me. I don't care. So yeah, I'll see what's going on with him. But anyway, folks, just dropping some knowledge. I'll probably have to rename this hangout. I don't know. But he's upset now, so boo-hoo. Anyway, folks, I'll catch y'all later.